If you're still using ChatGPT to create content right now, you sound like everybody else using ChatGPT. While you've been copying and pasting your answers into a chat box, some of us made a switch. In the last month alone, I've moved miles ahead, and I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to show you the gap between creators who get this and creators who don't is widening fast. And I don't want you on the wrong side of it. I manage 6 creators full time, and this is something that I actually run into every single day. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna show you something I built last week that already gave me back 4 hours, something you'll be able to copy in about 10 minutes. Now, I just want you to know that this isn't a very complicated process at all. I'm not a developer by trade. I didn't use any of the coding capabilities. All I really know is with the chatbot, because in my day-to-day, I work on YouTube scripts, I work on video revisions, managing creators. That is what my actual day looked like. So what I would do is I would take a script one of my script writer wrote, and I would go through it, and I would have notes and comments. Sometimes I couldn't exactly convey the thoughts that I wanted to say in that script. So I would have a conversation with ChatGPT to figure out how was the best way I can give revision notes to the creators that I was managing. But the thing is, like, okay, so now I had this prompt that I can go. I would have to save this prompt somewhere and bring it back to reuse it. But the problem is that, like, once you have maybe over 10 prompts that you use in order to interact with scripts or curate your output, it gets a little much. And the real problem with ChatGPT isn't even the output. It's what it's costing you that you can't see yet. The one specific moment that really made me switch was when Claude is one of ChatGPT's competitors. They had released this new model. And previously, I used Claude before. I was like, okay, this has a lot of potential, but the current issue was that it had a small context window, and every time you use it a certain amount, you would hit this roadblock. Like all of your tokens were used up, and so you couldn't interact with Claude any longer. That was until Sonnet 4.6 came out, and that really changed how everything worked. Sonnet 4.6 plus co-work changed up everything. The biggest reason why I didn't want to switch was because I had been with ChatGPT since it came out. So you're probably doing the exact same thing I was doing, and you don't even realize it's costing you. Let me go ahead and just show you an example of what Claude can do versus what ChatGPT can do. And this is honestly the biggest reason why I switched. I have this task right here that I'm actually making for this video. It's something I have to do anyways, so might as well show you how I do it. So here's the prompt that we're gonna go with. Task, thumbnail, and title research for YouTube videos. I like to use references that have already been seen through YouTube because there's no point in coming up with your own original fresh ideas whenever you're a small channel. And so I'll tell you this that really stuck with me. There's this really big business guy, Alex Ramosi, business content creator. He talks about more, better, new. If you want to get better at something, you have to do more. After you do more for a period of time, you'll feel a gap. And so that's when you start doing better. So we're going to copy this whole entire task into co-work. So here's co-work. I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in. We're going to send this off, let it go about looking for my thumbnail and titles. We're going to probably have to give it some permissions. And I'm going to paste this exact prompt and put it into ChatGPT just to show you what will happen there. So we have ChatGPT on this left side and Claude on this right side. It's getting to work right now. Look at this. See, this is something I would have to do manually if I was using ChatGPT. So let's turn this on to auto and let's paste this in. So this is the same exact prompt. Let's see what it does. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's kind of doing the same thing, actually. I'm gonna be honest with you. I came into this fully expecting that Claude was going to blow ChatGPT out of the waters, but this must be new or something. When did ChatGPT start doing this? Oh, look, see, I can't directly inspect thumbnails from search results, but I can try to infer styles from comment. So this is where we see the difference. ChatGPT can't look at images, especially whenever it's doing something like this, whereas Claude can. Let's see at the end of this what ends up happening. And so you can see what the interface over here on Claude on this right side. You can give it comments, you ask a question or recommend a change. This is its current progress. It shows you in full time what it's currently doing. Whereas with ChatGPT, you have no idea what it's doing. And it's kind of just guessing along as well. So this first measurement is definitely going to be on the fact of speed. Who gets tasks done quicker? But the most important part, right? I would be okay with trading speed if the quality far out exceeds the speed. That is like absolutely okay if that happens. So here we have our three title variations now. You're not behind on AI, you're just using it like a chatbot. Title 2, I fired ChatGPT and hired an AI employee. This changed everything. And title 3, ChatGPT is making you work harder. Here's what I use instead. Interesting. And it also gives us different angles that we can use for our video as well. So this gives us thumbnail concepts as well. So here's the title variations for ChatGPT. I stopped using ChatGPT as my main AI. I hired an employee instead. ChatGPT gave me answer. This AI gave me an employee. You're still using AI like a chatbot. I hired one like an employee. And then it gives us some thumbnail concepts as well. All right. Well, I definitely prefer the Claude. I definitely prefer Claude over here as the output. The ability of Claude to analyze images makes all the difference in this specific instance. Whereas with ChatGPT, we're left guessing like, is it really dependable? What did it look up? What does it know? We don't really know. That's the core issue here is that we don't know if it understood properly what we meant to convey. Like, uh, it has sources here as well. But like it said earlier, you guys saw it, right? It said cannot see images, which is the biggest problem of all of this. If you're still copying and pasting from ChatGPT, what are you actually losing every single day? Well, just think about this for a moment. With ChatGPT, you have to manually go in, copy and paste, put your prompts in, whatever the case is. Then you get an output. From that output, you paste it into a document. Whereas with Claude now, you tell it to do whatever you were about to do. You explain it in the steps that you typically do it, and then Claude will go do those steps. You can, of course, refine it as you're watching it, but once you have fully refined this process, it does it automatically for you. All you have to do now is you schedule it to run every single day. Now, the first few tasks that I would find to automate are things that I do every single day. I'll give you another example. This one, just let me know you want me to demonstrate this as well. At work, one of the issues that I face is, well, earlier I had already mentioned it. I manage 6 content creators, and with 6 content creators comes with the territory of constantly being bombarded by messages. It pulls my attention away from what I need to be doing in the current moment. So what I did was I was like, okay, like this is taking like just monitoring and managing my chats were just taking up so much time of my day, at least 2 to 3 hours, but these were all split in little pieces. Now, if you know anything about creating, you know that you need focused work time, like just blocks of time where you can get things done. And so I was getting interrupted so often. I just needed a way for something to go through all of my chat logs and compile it into one place and tell me like what has happened in the past hour or the past 30 minutes. With that, I would be comfortable in knowing that there was nothing that was missing in that moment. So that's exactly what I did. It compiled all of the different sources and just put it all in one place for me so that I can read through quickly. Now I didn't have to go through every single chat, looking through every single thing, and it would only surface things that were important as well. So something that need my attention now, I would go do. And so with ChatGPT, that's not something I could ever do. ChatGPT is very limited right now. I would have to copy and paste all if I want to repeat the same process, right? I would have to copy and paste every single chat, throw it in, and then have it summarize each one. But now I'm doing it manually. Instead, I have Claude scheduled to do this every single hour of the day. It does this 8 times a day, every single hour. And I never miss anything. So that is the workflow that I created as a result of cowork. That has completely changed how I work. Actually, I think I implemented this about 2 weeks ago when I really started experimenting with cowork. I have saved essentially 4 hours every single week. So that's 8 hours of just checking messages, of trying to catch up. And think about that. If that compounds over 90 days, that's, let's see, 7 times 70 times 70. That's over 100 hours that I'm saving. This is probably the most worthwhile investment that I have ever made. And so now, as soon as I think something that needs to be done, I go type it into Cowork. Cowork goes, does the thing, and comes back with the answer. I don't have to be the arm and the brains. I can just be the brain. So look, I'm not telling you to throw away every tool you've been using. I'm telling you there's a version of your creative life where you're not the one doing all the work anymore. You're the brain, you're the manager, you're the one with the vision, and everything else gets handled. That's what this switch did for me in 1 week. Imagine 90 days from now. Claude has a free version. There's no reason not to try it today. The link is in the description. Go delegate something. See what it feels like to be the brain for the very first time. I'll see you in the next one.